I noticed how you can get free water certain places, like in restaurants and just public parks, but you still have to pay for your water bill. I think it's a great injustice, worse than Martin Luther King getting shot, and I want no parts in it. So yeah, no parts in it. So for everything in my house that needs water for it to work, I decided to collect free water from restaurants. The rule is I couldn't go to the same restaurant until 24 hours later, or I might risk the Secret Service trying to get on my butt. Call this my Secret Service because I don't want anyone using my life hack and me getting in trouble. I asked for a bucket of water once and I stepped over the boundary. Good thing they didn't report me and just told me no. In fact, they thought it was a joke. That just shows people's brain cells nowadays. Like, how could people not take me seriously? These people need to wake up to my intellect, get on my level. I asked for warm water because I got tired of heating up my water in my 40 pots I have to use for it to work. I told the McDonald's employee that I drink warm water, and of course that's true, but not why I, need the warm water. He tells me he doesn't get paid enough for this shit and took the next person in line. If I have been doing my 24-hour rule, all the restaurants and parks have caught on to what I'm doing. I betcha. An officer came to my house and I had to explain that I have a pet camel and a pet cactus to take care of. The police officer got another call and told me he'd be back tomorrow to see the camel and cactus. So I went to the nearby desert and dug out a cactus. I then found a wild camel 10 hours in the desert and I domesticated it. I rode back on the camel's hump and with my new cactus in the wheelbarrow tied to the camel. The next day, I have successfully made a stable for my camel with a bunch of hay and planted the cactus right next to the stable. The police officer came back the next day and I showed him the evidence that indeed had these things that I didn't lie. There's worse than breaking the law is being a liar. The police officer wiped his head full of sweat and asked if he could take a shower in my house. Can you believe it? I couldn't let that happen because I didn't boil the water yet. I tried to tell the officer this because when a police officer needs to take a shower in your house, it's a law. That's what he told me. And then he handcuffed me and took me to the station. I had nothing to lose, so I told my scam to the police with all the water that I've been taking for free. Like, it's just such a scam. I even told them I got a cactus and a camel to prove my lies. I didn't even pay my speeding tickets for my wheelbarrow. Funny enough, I did nothing wrong in the eyes of the investigator, then arrested the police officer for charging speeding tickets for a wheelbarrow and unlawfully asking to take a shower in my house. I felt bad, so I told the police officer to get my water supply every day, and I won't press charges. Not only did he promise to stop giving out speeding tickets for a wheelbarrow, he promised not to ask to take a shower in my house. The deal was done. Now I don't even have to get free water for myself anymore. I really bonded with this police officer. I let him shower in my house anytime he wished because he can't ask again, so I let him in. Sometimes I see him 3 in the morning waking me up asking to take a shower. I just left like my window open for him at night so he could just creep in and come and take a shower without waking me up. But we're besties now, so there's nothing I wouldn't do for him. As for the camel and cactus, they got married, and press tried to call it ridiculous, but I called it plantist and animalist. I feed the camel with dead bodies that wash up from the shore. I consider the camel a burial ground, and no one's complained because it saved a lot of money for their loved ones. So they're all in a good stomach. They know that. As for me, I'm still getting that free water from the officer, and one day I will become an astronaut like I always wanted to. Since this morning. Hey, you cannot believe me, but this really happened. But it's up for you to decide if it's true or not. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you and your time. Peace.